Good morning. Here we are at Atlas Spine and Rehab, 5855 Norcross, Georgia, 30071. For information, you can call us at 678-691-5651. And the reason for this program and the programs we will have in the future is to provide information that sometimes we don't get. And today we have Dr. Singh with Neurocenters of America. And when you talk about neurology, when you talk about injury to the head, we don't know. We don't understand. It's a mystery. Like, we don't really know what kind of exam is being done, for what reasons. So until you find the right doctor that can sit down and take their time to explain it to you, you don't understand it. And that's why I'm blessed that he could come in so that he can give us that information. Like a simple test that you do. What does it consist of and why do you do it? Because a lot of these patients that show up leave, and when you ask them, what did you get done? I don't know. Did they explain to you? Yeah. But sometimes it's too complicated. So my question to you, when these patients come in, what is the basic initial evaluation you do, the reason you do it, and what are you hoping to find?
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'll be glad to answer any of your questions for this podcast. So what we do at Neurocenters of America, let's say if you have a patient who had a motor vehicle accident, who has this impact, or a rear-ended injury with rapid acceleration, deceleration injury, and now he's having headaches, or he's having weakness, or he can't walk, things like that. So as a neurologist, we are trained, our examination starts by the time you start walking into the room. We are examining you. We're looking at a lot of things.
See, but that's important. See, not many people know that.
Right.
People think, not till I sit down, is he really evaluating me?
Yeah.
That's key.
That's the key.
That's key.
When you're walking into the room, are you able to have a balanced gait? Are you having imbalance? Are you able to make an eye contact with me? Are you answering my questions? Do you recall your accident? Do you know what happened? Are you attentive? Are you paying attention to the questions? Before you open your mouth, a lot of things I'm already examining.
But that's the key. Most patients don't know that, or
Right.
they don't understand that.
Right.
So by them, I think this is very important for our public to understand that even if you're not coming to us and you need treatment, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
From the minute you walk in, just what he's explaining, understand that there's a journey and there's steps to that journey. And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but see, that's important.
That's right.
I need to know.
Because a lot of times, these accidents can cause personality changes too. So if you come into the room and you look very sad, or you look very irritable, I'm trying to explore it. Is it related to the underlying medical diagnosis? Or what is going on with the patient? So that's one part. Then we check the nerves in the brain. Different part of the brain does different kind of functions, like for example, the smaller part of the brain in the back of your head is called cerebellum. It's responsible for your coordination. So like maybe letting you, touch your nose with your fingertip and see whether your coordination has...
So it's bad. So if I do this, there's something wrong.
Something wrong.
If I'm touching, okay, I get it. Yeah.
So, little things. Like for example, do you feel my touch? If I touch your arm or I touch your face, do you feel it? Is your peripheral vision okay? You're able to see very well in your vision straight, but are you able to see good on your side vision? That's also important. Part of the brain, some of the cranial nerves are responsible for the peripheral vision. And you can't find it out until somebody is checking it on purpose. So the way you speak, are you slurring on your words? So then the strength. Are you strong enough? Do you have sort of weakness? Maybe the finger, the hand grip. Are you able to grip? Are you able to grab or grasp is okay or not? So things like that is what we are looking for in the physical exam on the patient. And then we also have some sophisticated testing that we do it on a computer. It's a brain check CQ testing, and it's basically looking for is your executive function, it's looking for your memory, your attention, your delayed recognition, immediate recognition, those aspects of your cognition.
So I'm going to get a report. You're going to create a report.
I'm going to create a report and then I'm going to analyze it. This is everything. We also do the MRI brain. We also do, if you need to get the vestibular nystagmogram, we can order those tests as well. So
That's called a VNG.
That's called VNG.
Because some patients will say, somebody told me I had a VNG, or at least they heard the word, but now that you're explaining it, they understand what it is.
That's right. So, and then what we do is, it's not like straightforward. Like everything has to be, all the data that we collect has to be analyzed in context of the patient's injury, symptoms, and then come to a conclusion with all the data that we collect. So everything has to be clinically correlated. So what we do is we put the whole picture together, and then we come to a conclusion. Okay, this is what we think might be the reason for your headaches, for your neck pain, for whatever the complaint is. So that's what we do. So it's not just basically what patient is telling us. We're also doing some objective data collection on all that.
Because a lot of times when a patient, and this is why we're partnering and trying to create a new system, but a lot of the patients, when they went to other neuros, and they ended up having to change and came to us, they were complaining about, I really didn't understand what they were doing. They really didn't explain it to me. And the more questions I asked, the more irritated they got. And I said, well, that's just why we're looking at it differently. We want you to know. We want you to understand. Because this information is very important for your case.
That's right.
This information has to go to your attorney
as
part of the medical treatment to help you get the best legal result possible.
That's right. 100%.
So that's pretty interesting because it's culturally, ethnic people want to understand. Culturally, we're misunderstood. They figure, well, they're not going to understand. You know, they speak two languages. They come from a different area. I'm just going to breeze through it. We want information.
Right.
But I mean, and that's why I think you're important in that, in being able to take the time to explain to people.
Right.
Because I want to know.
Right.
You know, if I go somewhere, if you talk to me and you make me understand, we're good. So the brain check is the primary or the initial?
It's one of the things, one of the several things that we do. It's not the only thing. It's not the deciding factor.
Okay.
It's a lot of other data that we are collecting and putting it together and then coming to a conclusion. It's one of the things that we do. Don't ignore the point. Neurological exam is paramount. Number one is that. And then we do the MRI brain. So MRI brains do not completely exclude or include a brain injury.
And this is why we will continue to have these programs, is to provide information to our clients, the patients. If you've been involved in a car accident, you need to call us, Atlas Spine and Rehab, 678-691-5651. And I can guarantee you that we will provide and give you the best medical treatment, from physical to mental, to provide the correct information for your attorney to give you the best legal outcome possible. Remember, Atlas Spine and Rehab, 5855 Jimmy Carter, Norcross, Georgia, 30071, 678-691-5651. Neuro Centers of America is new and upcoming, and I don't know where they came from, but they're unbelievable. You guys will love them. So remember, Neuro Centers of America, with my primo, my cousin next to me, will provide the best quality care when it comes to the neuro side of it. Anyway, we gotta go, and we'll do it again. So, Papi Chulo, peace out.
All right.